So, good morning, friends. Today we are going to continue this particular next part of this unit. Unit 3 already I started. The name of this unit is the nuclear chemistry. I discussed all the syllabus and all this thing in the that previous lecture. Now we have to talk about this different terms and all this thing. In that we have talked earlier about the what is the radioactivity and what is the decay constant or say disintegration constant. Okay, then what will be the unit of the radioactivity? Have you gone through this particular syllabus? In the syllabus we already discussed in the first lecture. You can see the video of that lecture. Then I start this particular basic terms or say introductory part of this nuclear chemistry. Then we have first of all talk basic terms in that radioactive constant. It is also called as a disintegration constant or say decay constant, that I already discussed in the first video. Then their detailed derivation is we have seen. Then units of the that particular disintegration constant or say decay constant we have seen. Now we have to see the remaining terms, that is a half life of the radio element. Half life of radio element, it is denoted by the T half, or you can directly call half life or say T half of radio element may be defined as the time required for the radioactivity or the number of radioactive atoms to be reduced to half of its initial value. Let's say example, if 100 that particular atoms are there for the particular radioactive element, then there should be the out of this 100 there should be the loss of 50, means it should convert, it should have to produce the daughter element having the 50 atoms. It is called as the half life period or say half life of the particular radio element. Means in the particular half life, how may that particular conversion means 100 will reduce to the 50, that will called as a half life or say half life period of that particular radio element. It will nothing but the time required for radioactivity or the number of radioactive atoms to be reduced to half of its initial value. That is a NT. NT is nothing but a number of that particular atoms present at particular time is equal to N0 by 2, means initial number of atoms present divided by the 2, their half. That's why T half will noted by the equation 0.693 divided by lambda. When you substitute that particular nt is equal to n0 by t in the equation, which equation? This equation, lambda is equal to 203 by t, t is the t half, and log t by n0 by nt. When you substitute all this thing, you will get the simple equation that will nothing but the t half is equal to 0.693 by lambda. You got this point? It is very simple. T half. It is termed as a T half. T half itself indicate that the radioactive element should have to disintegrate to its half of the initial value. Okay, half of its initial value. Then mean our average life of the radio element. The average life, it is a T or say you can call it as a tau of a radio element is obtained by summing of the products of every possible life T by the number of atoms. Dn having the expectancy of life, comma, okay, the dividing the sum by the total number of atoms n0. It can be shown that you can see tau is equal to 1 upon lambda. The average life is then seen to be equal to the reciprocal of the decay constant. Average life will be nothing but the reciprocal of the decay constant. Since T half is equal to 0.693 by lambda, tau is equal to 1 upon lambda. You can substitute for the lambda. You can substitute for the lambda. Then you will get the equation tau is equal to 1 upon lambda is equal to T half upon 0.693 is equal to 1.44 T half. Average life or say mean life will nothing but the 1.44 times of that particular T half. That you have to remember for the MCQ purpose of you. The average life or say mean life of the radio element is 1.44 times of the half life. It is very much important that you have to note, because as per as the exam is concerned, MCQs are there. In the MCQs that may come, okay, in general what we have seen, the average life of the radio element is 1.44 times of that particular half life. Now we have to see the basic terms. Activity of any radioactive substance is nothing but is defined as the number of disintegration per unit time. What is there? The activity of the radioactive substance is nothing but the number of disintegration per unit time. Got this point? What is there? The activity of any radioactive element or say substance will be nothing but the number of disintegration per unit time. Very simple definition. It may come for the MCQ purpose of view. Specific activity. Specific activity will define as the activity per unit mass of this particular radioactive substance is called as the specific activity. What is the difference between the activity and the specific activity? Activity is just nothing but the number of disintegration per time. Okay. Then specific activity is nothing but the activity per unit mass. Okay, now specific activity we have seen, then we have to talk about the Curie. Curie is nothing but a unit of the radioactivity. 1 Curie is defined as the activity of 3.7 into 10 raised to 10 disintegration per second, DPS. Okay, then Curie is nothing but the standard unit of the radioactivity, and it will nothing but the 1 Curie, that 1 Curie will nothing but 3.7 into 10 raised to 10 DPS. Okay, here it is written 1 Curie is equal to 3.7 into 10 raised to 10 DPS. Millicurie and microcurie. For the millicurie means the small m and a c, or say mu c, For the millicurie, you have to multiply by the 10 raised to minus 3. The answer will be the 3.7 into 10 raised to 7 dps. For the microcurie, you have to multiply by the 10 raised to 6. The answer will be the 3.7 into 10 raised to 4 dps. You got this point? This is about the curie. Then another unit of the radioactivity is the becquerel. Becquerel is nothing but 1 curie is equal to 3.7 into 10 raised to 10 becquerel. Means 1 curie is nothing but equal to becquerel. Then the Rutherford, 1 Rutherford is defined as the amount of radioactive substance which undergoes 1 into 10 raised to 6 disintegration per second. And then what is the relation between the Curie and the Rutherford? 1 Curie is nothing but the 3.7 into 10 raised to 4 RD. You got this point, basic difference in the Rutherford. These all are the unit of the radioactivity, Curie, Becquerel and the Rutherford. Their interrelation we have seen. 1 Curie is nothing but a 3.7 into 10 raised to 10. Becquerel or say 1 Curie is nothing but defined as the activity of the 3.7 into 10 raised to 10 disintegration per second. Millicurie we have seen, the microcurie we have seen. Then what is the relation between the Rutherford and the that particular your Curie that we have seen. Now we have to talk about the detection and the measurement of the radioactivity. Okay, now we will talk regarding this particular. Then this whole part was about this particular units of the radioactivity. Just wait, screen has been stopped. That's why wait that particular thing. Now we will see the detection of this particular radioactivity. These terms are very much important as far as the MCQ is concerned. Please go through this part. There is network issue to me. That's why that screen is not working properly. But I think so. You got these terms very well. The remaining part we will see in the next lecture. You know this particular thing that I explained already in the first part. We have seen, we have talked about this. In the first lecture, I explained this part about the syllabus. Then we have seen the introductory part of this unit. Then we have started the basic terms. In the first lecture, I covered this part. In the basic terms, you can see the radioactive constant. This particular radioactivity has been studied by the two scientists. Name is the Rutherford and the study the number of atoms which disintegrate in unit time to the total number of atoms present at that time is correlated by these two scientists. That is nothing but a minus dn upon dt directly proportional to the n. That is dn by dt is equal to lambda n, where lambda is nothing but the decay or disintegration constant. Please note this factor. It is called as the decay constant or say disintegration constant that already we have seen in the last lecture. Then we have seen the derivation for this particular lambda. Lambda is given by the equation 2.303 by t into the log to the base 10 n0 by nt. Okay, then we talk about the units, then few additional terms we have seen. Now we have to talk about the measurement detection and measurement of the radioactivity. This particular whatever when the particular radioactive element disintegrate, that phenomena is dealt with the nucleus, or it is we called it as a nuclear property. This is all about the nuclear property. Nuclear radiation comprises emission of alpha, beta and the gamma radiation by the nucleus. The term measurement covers the following three aspects. One will be the detection and identification of the types of nuclear radiation, that is identification of the radiation as alpha, beta and the gamma. Then determination of the energy associated with the given type of the radiation, and the third one is the counting the number of alpha or beta particles emitted by the source in a given time interval. Ionization chamber or say proportional counter are used to detect and differentiate between the alpha beta particles. These converters can be used in the measurement of the energy associated with Geiger-Müller counter and the scintillation counter for counting the number of particles. Now, these earlier the two ionization chamber and the proportional counter was used, but recently the another technique is there, that is a Geiger-Müller counter, which gives you the number of particles and the energy of that particular particles. Two things are there. One will be the Geiger-Müller counter and another one will be the scintillation counter. That we will see in the next lecture. Ask any queries, any doubt regarding this topic. This session is open for the discussion. Please ask if you have any queries. Anybody can ask if you have any queries. Yes, Fatima. Sanobar, Midat, Zaibunisa. You have any doubt? You can freely ask. Sanobar, please note that who are absent today. Three of you are absent today for this online meet. No doubt to anybody? No one has any doubt? You got all these terms? अरे yes और no तो बोलो कम से कम. मनाल, फातिमा कुछ बोलना है क्या फातिमा? सनोबर, I think so. You got all this concept that I will consider like this only. You got this concept well. Very simple unit it is again. Okay. We've seen in the short properties of the alpha, beta, gamma in the last lecture. Please go through this particular that properties of these rays. We will stop here. Thank you for attending this lecture.